The World Rally Raid Championship 2026 starts here. Welcome to the biggest event in the sport. This is the 48th edition of the Dakar Rally. The W2R season consists of 5 rounds over 4 continents, and it all starts here in Saudi Arabia.
Back at the Dakar, new version, 2026.
It's amazing to be back. It's a privilege to be on every start line for Dakar.
100% ready to start. In this new category, gonna be a big fight.
Super excited, ready for everything.
Very excited to get on the bike and start riding.
In the bikes, Daniel Sanders came in as the man to beat, having dominated 2025. But it was his young teammate Edgar Canet making the early headlines, winning the prologue and stage 1.
Now we are leading other time Dakar 2 in a row, so super happy with that. For all the people who say, it's just the prologue, I went to the stage, so.
I tried to find my rhythm because I was like in the middle of nowhere, no one behind and no one in front.
You know, I tried to make a push and get up to the front to gain some, bonus time, but the guys are opening really well.
Honda and Hero were doing their best, but they weren't quite matching KTM in the early days, and problems were never far away.
A bit after the refueling, I catch one tree. I crashed big. It's part of it. I have nothing more to say.
Sanders grabbed the lead on stage 2 before several high-profile crashes on stage 3. Tobias Ebster out, having broken his scaphoid again. He aims to be back in Portugal. And a spectacular one here for his Hero teammate Nacho Cornejo. Luckily, the Chilean was okay. Even if he wasn't quite as flawless as last year, Sanders led for most of the first week, taking the honours on stage 2. But Tosha Sharina was keeping him honest. Back-to-back wins on stages 3 and 4.
I didn't really see the rock, and as I hit it, my whole wheel just exploded and just ruined my Dakar.
Mike Doherty out of contention as Luciano Benavides won 3 of the next 4 stages, climbing into first place overall.
It never happened in my life. It's the first time I'm leading the Dakar, so it feels pretty amazing.
A 10-minute penalty left Tosha playing catch-up, but the others were still in the fight. After a difficult first week, Adrian van Beveren had something to smile about as he dominated in the dunes on stage 10. Sharina had taken the honours the previous day, but his hopes of overall victory were fading. Skylar Howes, who suffered on the first marathon stage, took his maiden Dakar stage win 2 days from the finish.
Yeah, this is my first stage win of 2026, so better late than never, I guess.
Sanders was looking strong, but a crash on stage 10 changed everything.
We were riding together, Daniel crashed.
Daniel had a big crash.
When we went into the rocks and the sand, and when you had to grip the bike a lot, it was super tough. I'm compensating a lot with not using my left arm, so my legs are working more and my right arm's working more, so it was a disaster to turn or anything. There's so much pain, so this is torture.
The defending champion soldiering on, but out of contention for the win. It came down to a fight between Benavides and Brabeck.
Hoping at the end of the rally being consistent is enough to pay off.
Brabeck went into the last day with a lead of 3 minutes 20, but there was drama on the finish line. Luciano got there first after Ricky made a navigation mistake, and the victory would come down to a matter of seconds. But who would it be? Benavides winning his first Dakar in absolutely extraordinary fashion. And by just 2 seconds, if you can believe it. Heartbreak, of course, for Brebeck. We have never seen a final day like it. Luciano is the early W2RC leader by 8 points from Ricky. Schreiner in third. And KTM have the edge as they look to defend their manufacturer's title.
In the cars, it's set to be one of the most competitive seasons yet. But there was disappointment for home fans as reigning Dakar champion Yazid Al-Raji abandoned after stage 3.
To not continue because, and for me, I am not ready well to attack every day now. Go home.
For Dacia, Sébastien Loeb was looking to conquer the Dakar at the 10th time of asking. The Frenchman had issues here and there, but was in the frame for an overall podium. The reigning world champion, Lucas Moraes, has switched to Dacia for 2026. It was solid, if unspectacular, for the Brazilian in 7th overall. While Cristina Gutierrez bounced her way to 11th place, the highest-placed female driver in the Ultimates here for almost 20 years. Dacia's best hope of a first win, though, Nasser Al-Attiyah, who was looking in ominous form. The Qatari led at rest day.
It's nice to have this fight, you know, with the different manufacturer.
Henk Latergen of Toyota Gazoo Racing W2RC came second last year, and the South African was in the mix again this year, despite a litany of problems. However, a disastrous stage 11 finally put paid to his hopes. He lost 4 hours.
I've had all the emotions today. But this is the big loss. But yeah, really disappointed. Yeah, that's how it goes. This is Dakar.
Seth Quintero could have been in the fight for overall victory, but a torrid day on stage 3 put him out of the running. The young American still took a stage win and finished 9th overall.
If you're battling your teammates for a win, and you're having a good day, so today was a good day.
João Ferreira was running comfortably in the top 10 for most of the rally, but a stage 9 disaster knocked him well down the order. And teammate Saud Variawa picked up his best ever Dakar result, 10th, and he won stage 8.
3 seconds is quite tight on a long stage.
Daniel Schroeder definitely had the Dakar's most spectacular crash.
Okay? Yes!
Eric Gokschow picked up his first ever Ultimates Dakar stage victory too, on stage 9.
And I don't know if I'm going to fall asleep tonight.
Mini had a tough Dakar, but they did take the opening stage with Guillaume de Mevius and Mathieu Baumel. While top privateer Mathieu Serradori finished 6th overall and won stage 10. He described it as a nice late Christmas present. Ford had their second Dakar as a full works team. They finished with 3 cars in the top 5. Mitch Guthrie came in 12th after some issues, but took his first win in the Ultimates class on stage 3.
Yeah, if it holds up, best day ever.
Carlos Sainz was in the mix until stage 10 when he finally dropped out of contention for the win. El Matador came home in 5th overall. Matthias Ekstrom was fighting for a second straight podium. He went into the final day with just 30 seconds in hand over Loeb and won his 4th special of the rally to come 3rd overall. But the Swede is aiming 2 steps higher. The 4th and final Ford was that of Nani Roma, a Dakar winner in the bikes and cars. He battled with his teammates and rivals and ended up in 2nd place. But there can only be one king, and this man is a titan of our sport. A 6th Dakar crown for Nasser Al-Attiyah.
Let's go. We work very hard for this, you know. It's not easy because it's 13 days, you know, in the desert, and yeah, I'm really so happy.
Nasser is the early championship leader from Ekstrom and Roma. Dacia 33 points clear of Ford in the manufacturer standings. And the all-new Defender team made a splash in the new-look stock class, winning every stage. Overall victory went to Rokas Baszuska.
Dakar now is coming more difficult, you know, from the navigation, and you need to really have a good day, clear run day by day. Will be the key of Dakar.
A lot of heavy hitters in the Challenger class have entered this year's W2RC. David Zile took the Stage 1 victory, but dropped 4 places on the final day to 9th. There were 3 special wins at Dakar for Dutchman Paul Spearings, but he also had his share of trouble and finished over 3 hours back in 8th place. Reigning W2RC champions Nicolas Cavigliasso and Valentina Pertegrini were defending their title in Saudi Arabia. There was to be no repeat victory, but they did come 3rd overall. BBR Motorsport were a major force as ever, with Lucas Del Rio taking 2 wins on his way to 4th overall.
Okay, we won the stage.
Time lost on Stage 6 hurt Yassir Sayadan in his bid to win the Dakar, the Saudi settling for 2nd place. Puk Klaassen won her first Dakar Special on Stage 3 and enjoyed it so much she won again on Stage 8, the Dutch-born South African coming 5th overall. Danya Akil was also chasing glory on home soil, but the Saudis' hopes faded as early as Stage 3. She battled on gamely though and ended up in 7th spot. A new chapter started for Kevin Benavides on this Dakar. After winning twice on the bike, the Argentine impressed in a Challenger with 3 stage wins and 6th place overall. But the man of this 48th Dakar, proving that age is just a number, was 21-year-old Pau Navarro, the Spaniard conquering his first title in already his 6th appearance. He's the early frontrunner by 5 points from Sayadan.
The Can-Am factory team dominated in the SSVs, with the Loeb Frame Media factory team not entering the W2RC. Kyle Cheney never finished out of the top 10. João Monteiro is a new face in the official Can-Am team, and he rewarded their faith with 2nd place overall in the W2RC and took victory on the final day. A Dakar legend in the field, Chaleco Lopez couldn't repeat his 5 stage wins of last year or add to his 3 Dakar titles. The Chilean ended up 4th in the W2RC. Jeremias Ferrioli made a poor start but improved as the rally wore on. 2 stage wins coming during a blistering 2nd week, which pushed him up to 3rd in the W2RC standings. Cheney didn't win the Dakar, but he leaves Saudi as the top performer in the championship for SSVs. Consistency, the name of the game for the American rookie. He outperformed his Can-Am factory teammates. So Cheney already has a 16-point lead over Monteiro, with Ferrioli 20 points off the pace in 3rd.
So the first round of the 2026 World Rally Raid Championship is done, and it was one of the most exciting races we have ever seen. The Dakar spoke its final, brutal truth, where those with the early championship lead are not just winners, they are survivors. It was unrelenting, unforgiving and unforgettable, and the perfect opening for this most prestigious of crowns. We will see you in Portugal in March.